Good evening, everyone. My name is Anirudh Sharma. Good evening, Professor K. Thank you for teaching us this class and getting us through this term without any hiccups. I'm going to be presenting my final project now. This is evaluating change, supporting learning, and building knowledge sharing cultures in organizations. This is for Professor K's class. My name is again Anirudh Sharma, and today is October 26, 2025. This is the table of contents. We will be first understanding change evaluation, then talking about metrics, indicators, and models of change evaluation. Then we will be talking about stakeholder sensitive and network approaches, organizational learning and development, supporting learning during change, collaborative research and knowledge sharing, building knowledge sharing cultures, and finally, I will be providing some critical insights and recommendations. Understanding change evaluation. For this, we need to first sorry, we need to first understand that change evaluation assesses effectiveness and sustainability of change. This quote is from Priskill and Boyle, 2008. The change evaluation can be formative or summative. For formative change evaluation, it is an ongoing process and it is improvement oriented. For summative, it's post implementation and it is more outcome focused. Change evaluation ensures that alignment with goals and supports continuous learning. The role of metrics, indicators, and different types of models. Metrics can be quantitative, for example, KPIs, ROIs, return on investment, or metrics can be qualitative, which deal with engagement and the perception of the brand. The CIPP model, which is context, input, process, product. This quote is from Stufflebeam 2003. So, first we need to understand that the CIPP model focuses more on evaluating the context, input, process, and product. The logic model is it maps the inputs, it maps the activities, and it maps the outcomes. So this is a more of a outcome oriented model. Evaluation informs decision making, and it also helps refine your model. Comparing the different types of change evaluation models. We just discussed this, the CIPP model, the logic model. So CIPP model is decision oriented, it's formative and summative. There is holistic, but it is holistic type of data, so it's more like vague, but it is data heavy. So you have a lot of data to scour through. The logic model is where visual results change show up. It is easy to communicate, but it oversimplifies the results. So it can be something like a yes or no question as well. A balanced scorecard model, which is it focuses more on strategic alignment and performance focus. The integrated use of these models will offer better balance between learning and accountability. Stakeholder sensitive and network oriented evaluation. Stakeholders such as employees, customers, partners, and communities are a major they play a major they are a major backbone of the organization, and we should be prioritizing stakeholders based on influence and importance. Network thinking is dynamic system, which deals with dynamic systems perspective. This quote is by Wesserman and Faust from 1994. We should also be balancing diverse interests via participatory evaluation. This is from Cousins and Whitmore, 1998. The tools that we can use for these evaluations are social network analysis, stakeholder salience models. And we should be understanding complex stakeholder relationships dynamically. Social network analysis should deal with mapping and analyzing stakeholder interactions effectively. And the stakeholder salience model deals with prioritizing stakeholders based on their influence and importance. Organizational learning in the context of change. Learning occurs at the individual, team, and organizational levels. This quote is from Argyris and Scone from 1978. It's a little bit of an older quote, but it still holds true to this day. The mechanisms that are involved include reflection, after action reviews, and knowledge capture. The challenges that can come up during the organizational learning can are in the form of resistance, the differences in power dynamics, and the fear of failure. This is from Sheen 2010. So, as we can see in the diagram, the main hindering organizational problems are resistance, power dynamics, and fear of failure. The culture of learning enables adaptive capacity. This basically means that because of the fact that change is happening, there has to be a cultural shift in the organization that will enable adaptive capacity of the different employees to go above and beyond. Supporting learning during change. We should obviously celebrate small wins, recognize and celebrate achievements to reinforce positive learning behaviors. There should be an alignment with strategy, wherein we should ensure that learning initiatives are aligned with the organization's strategic goals. There should be implementation tools where utilizing the feedback sessions, learning journals, and peer mentoring to support learning during the change. Encourage experimentation. There should be, excuse me, we should promote a culture of trying new approaches and learning from failures. And finally, there is foster physiological safety. This is, in my opinion, this is the main thing that should be done, where an environment of non-punitive action, of feeling safe to express ideas and concerns should be developed. Change leaders should foster physiological safety and dialogue. That's why I put it as my point number one. There should be encouraging of experimentation, tools we just talked about, and best practices like align learning with strategy and celebrate small wins. Collaborative research and knowledge sharing. The cycle of collaborative improvement includes plan, act, observe, reflect, evaluate, and inquire. Actionable research where iterative planning, acting on the plans, observing what's happening with the plans, and then reflecting on those plans should happen. Participatory evaluation, shared assessment and refinement, collaborative inquiry, joint sense making, and ownership. We talked about this in our class as well, where collective improvement happens because of joint sense making and ownership, where the whole group feels responsible. Building of trust, reflection, and then obviously continuous improvement as as the collaborative systems are put in place. Knowledge brokering, Building knowledge sharing cultures. Knowledge brokering is the part where we connect ideas and people, communities of practice, um, implement strategies and knowledge networks. Critical insights and recommendations. I feel to make sure that the cycle of organizational learning is complete, leaders must integrate formative and summative evaluations. They should also use participatory and network aware approaches. There should be a feeling or fostering of reflection and organizational learning, and leaders should build long-term knowledge ecosystems for adaptability. These are my references. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. It was a really fun class to be a part of, and I hope to work with Professor K in the future as well. Thank you and have a good day.